Did you ever wonder if a town's name could scare you, make you laugh, or simply leave you baffled? Well, buckle up and ready your GPS as we embark on a quirky journey to uncover the stories behind some of Arkansas's most unusually named destinations. From the eerie whispers of the Fuk monster to the toe-tapping festivities of Toadsuck Days, we're digging deep into the folklore, fact, and fun that put these towns on the map. So hit that subscribe button, because on Globe Trekking, we're not just exploring places, we're unraveling the mysteries and misnomers that make these locales legendary. Join us as we count down the top 10 weirdly named Arkansas towns that spark debates, laughs, and a whole lot of head-scratching. Number 10, Fuk Arkansas. Nestled in the sultry shadows of the Arkansas woodlands lies a small town unlike any other. Fuk is a place where myth mingles with the mist, home of the infamous Fuk monster, Arkansas's very own Bigfoot. Whispered amongst the tall tales of the locals, this elusive creature has not only captured the imaginations of the Fuk residents, but it's also given the town an unexpected claim to fame. The legend of the Fuk monster truly came to life with the 1972 release of The Legend of Boggy Creek, a docudrama horror flick that chronicled the eerie encounters between the townspeople and the mysterious beast. Since then, Fuk has been indelibly linked to this cinematic portrayal, attracting curious visitors and cryptid hunters alike, all eager to catch a glimpse or perhaps hear the faint rustling that could signal the monster's presence. The debate over the Fuk monster's existence has heated the town with a fervor that rivals the sizzling Arkansas summers. Is the monstrous inhabitant merely folklore, the stuff of movie magic, or could there be a sliver of fact behind the tales? Some residents swear by their encounters, recounting stories that blur the lines between real and imagined, while skeptics scoff at the notion of such a creature roaming their lands. Yet, this debate only fuels the enduring legend, securing Fuk a permanent spot in the cryptid lore of the American South. Number 9, Blueeye Arkansas and Missouri. Straddling the invisible line between Arkansas and Missouri lies the quiet town of Blueeye. Here, residents have the unique quirk of claiming two states as home, a geographical novelty that can make for some intriguing dinner table conversation. While the post office and the main street rest comfortably within Arkansas's embrace, step over to the other side of the road, and you're in Missouri. It's a curious existence, living in a town where your neighbor might technically hail from another state. The dual identity of Blueeye brings complexities as comical as they are bureaucratic. Imagine filing taxes in two states or explaining to friends that you'll be traveling interstate just to borrow a cup of sugar from the house down the street. Children might attend school in Arkansas, but play after-school sports in Missouri, embodying a bicultural community rare in our distinctly bordered world. But of course, Blueye's one-of-a-kind situation isn't without its tongue-in-cheek challenges. Imagine the chaos that could ensue if the town ever declared a fictitious diplomatic crisis. One can humorously envision a scenario where Arkansas yells across the fence about Missouri's dog digging up their flower beds, or debates over which state's BBQ reigns supreme reach comical standoffs, more suited for a sitcom than real life. In Blueeye, a simple stroll can cross state lines multiple times, proving that life here isn't just about geographic trivia. It's about the daily humor embedded in the DNA of this charming two-state town. Number 8, Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Step into Eureka Springs and you step back in time. Picture-perfect gingerbread houses and ornate mansions line the winding streets, with every corner concealing a slice of the Victorian era miraculously preserved into the 21st century. This architectural wonderland isn't just a facade. It's a living, breathing homage to a bygone era, meticulously maintained by the townsfolk. Here, history isn't just remembered, it's lived. Despite its charms, Eureka Springs is no sellout to commercialization. There's a steadfast commitment to local business that keeps the juggernauts of industry at bay. From quaint bed and breakfasts to one-of-a-kind boutiques, The community champions a David vs. Goliath mentality, ensuring the town's economy remains as unique as its skyline. This isn't just about keeping dollars in local pockets, it's a crusade to preserve the soul of Eureka Springs, untouched by the homogeneity of today's corporate giants. Yet for all its enchantment, residing in this Victorian time capsule comes with its quirks. The streets that enchant tourists can prove impractical for modern living. The very qualities that draw visitors can challenge residents, from navigating the steep hills without the convenience of modern grids to ensuring that the charm of yesteryear doesn't hinder the necessities of today. It's a delicate balance. Living in a historical treasure requires compromises, but also bestows a sense of pride in safeguarding this jewel of the past for future generations to admire. Number 7. Gville Arkansas. Mention Gville, and you might get a few smirks or raised eyebrows. The name conjures up images of fuel pumps and service stations, but the town's roots have nothing to do with gas. In fact, it's named after a family with the surname Gas. But that does little to quench the flames of confusion for those first hearing about this Ozark community. Residents can't help but chuckle as they explain the historical misinterpretation to out-of-towners, which has become a quirky anomaly they embrace with good humor. Navigating social situations sometimes turn into comedy sketches for the inhabitants of Gville. Whenever they venture beyond local borders, the inevitable inquiry about their hometown's name becomes a recurring conversation piece. Picture the scene at a distant conference when the name tag reads Gville. The ensuing banter is predictable, but Gville residents stand ready with witty retorts and a quick history lesson. This ongoing clarification mission has become a notable part of their identity, as deeply ingrained as the town's scenic landscapes. But the real takeaway is how a name can unwittingly shape perceptions. It's a testament to the oddities of societal assumptions, demonstrating how quickly we leap to conclusions based on a single word. Gville's residents continuously navigate this fascinating social experiment, their hometown's name a regular catalyst for breaking the ice. Far from a source of embarrassment, the name Gville is worn like a badge of honor, an emblem of the town's unique character and the stories that bind its community together. Number 6. Fuk Arkansas. Nestled on the banks of the Arkansas River, Fuk's quirky name grabs attention far beyond its modest size. According to colorful local lore, the town's peculiar moniker traces back to rivermen who, while waiting to navigate their steamboats, would frequent a tavern near the lock and dam. Locals would quip that these men sucked on the bottle till they swelled like toads, giving this spot its distinctive, if not slightly bewildering, title. But Fuk's residents have embraced the whimsy wrapped in their town name with open arms, transforming what could be an object of ridicule into a source of considerable local pride. The highlight of this embracement is the annual Fuk Days Festival, a family-friendly event teeming with toad races, concerts, carnival fun, and the prideful chant of the citizens that echoes their unique heritage. It's a celebration that flips the narrative, turning the joke on its head and reinforcing the town's endearing character. Laughed at by outsiders, the town's name could have been an albatross around its neck, but the people of Fuk stand undaunted. Their pluck in confronting the potential for mockery is a testament to their resilience and sense of humor. In today's world, where the charm of eccentricities is often lost, Fuk serves as an inspirational tale of identity, community, and the joy in quirkiness that can unite rather than divide. Number 5. Smackover, Arkansas. Step into Smackover, and you might get the wrong impression from its name. This isn't a place of brawls and altercations, but a city built on the back of oil booms. The unique name, which can't help but evoke a chuckle upon first hearing, actually traces its origins to the sumac shrub and the French word for a creek or stream, rivière. Contrary to the violent undertones its English translation might suggest, Smackover is instead synonymous with the gush of black gold that spurred its once thriving economy. The history of Smackover is steeped in the sooty tales of the oil fever that once gripped this part of Arkansas. In the roaring 20s, Smackover was caught in a whirlwind of economic activity as oil rigs popped up like wildflowers, skyrocketing the quiet town into a bustling industry hotspot. This period shaped more than just the town's economy. It became an indelible part of Smackover's identity, still celebrated today at the Arkansas Museum of Natural Resources, which stands as a homage to the black viscous prosperity that once flowed here. Yet, the town's name has had a perplexing impact on its reputation. The irony of Smackover, with its overtones of conflict, ironically brands the town in the minds of outsiders, occluding its true heritage centered around the oil derricks that painted the skyline. Residents might recount stories of raised eyebrows when mentioning their home city's name, attempting to reconcile its violent sound with the town's genuinely peaceful demeanor. In Smackover, the name is a constant reminder that sometimes a word is just a word until history fills it with meaning. Number 4. Possum, Grape, Arkansas. The saga of Possum Grape is one defined by division and fruit, with its name being the core of an infamous town debate. Legend has it that the naming of Possum Grape was no trivial matter, but an arduous battle between residents with allegiances to possums and others to grapes. This unusual dispute wasn't just a war of words, it became a pivotal moment in the town's history, embedding in its culture a legacy that continues to shape its future. The battle lines were drawn. This wasn't just any trivial town matter. It was a crucial decision that would leave a lasting mark on the community. On one side, possum admirers insisted on the moniker depicting the local fauna, while Team Grape fiercely advocated for the name that reflected the wild fruits dotting the landscape. The skirmish over semantics might seem comical from the outside, but within Possum Grape, it stirred passionate debates that have become part of local lore, often recounted with a mix of pride and bewilderment by the town's residents. For those living through the Possum Grape quandary, the fruit became more than a natural resource. It evolved into a symbol of identity. From street signs to local businesses, the name Possum Grape now garners attention that reaches far beyond the town's borders, inviting a mix of curiosity and perplexity from passers-by. It is a classic example of how a seemingly minor decision can become a local's lingering nightmare, as they constantly field questions about their unusually named home. Yet it is this very name that weaves the fabric of Possum Grape tighter, uniting its people through the shared recognition of their home's quirky claim to fame. Number 3. Monkey Run, Arkansas. Monkey Run likes to play a little trick on the imagination, causing one to envision lively primates swinging from the Ozark trees. Instead, visitors find a serene silence in this ghost town where the biggest mystery remains. Were there ever any monkeys? The origin of such an intriguing name is lost to time, but it stirs the curiosity of travelers and historians alike who venture into the area seeking a glimpse into its enigmatic past. This fascination for Monkey Run isn't simply about missing simians. It's also about America's love affair with the forgotten and forlorn. The empty spaces of deserted towns like these evoke a haunting allure, where every remaining structure might whisper secrets of days long gone. For enthusiasts of the eerie, Monkey Run is a treasure trove of legends waiting to be unraveled, turning the ghost town from a mere point on the map into a destination for the narrative-thirsty soul. And for those intrigued enough to delve deeper into this ghostly named town, the quest for its origin offers a kind of pioneer adventure. Some speculate that the name arose from early settlers, while others imagine a traveling circus leaving behind a legacy in the form of a quirky town name. Whatever its true beginnings, Monkey Run stands today as a testament to the enigma that town names can often be. A reminder that sometimes it's the mystery left unsolved that continues to capture our imaginations. Number 2. Flippin Arkansas. Nestled in the scenic Ozarks, Flippin may seem like any other sleepy town at first glance. But with a name that seems ripped from the pages of a comic book, residents here are all too familiar with the chuckles and smirks that follow an introduction. "You're from where?" becomes a question drawing snickers. But the Flippin community faces the viral attention with a blend of exasperation and good humor. Businesses in Flippin have inadvertently become internet sensations, their names whipping social media into a frenzy of shares and likes. From Flippin Church of God to Flippin Pizza, it seems every enterprise in town can't escape the giggling irony of their address. Yet, there's a silver lining to this meme-worthy nomenclature, as the town sees an upswing in curiosity-driven visitors looking to snap a laugh-inducing selfie. Beneath the surface of viral jokes, there is a swell of hometown pride that courses through Flippin streets. Despite the relentless online quips, or perhaps because of them, locals have doubled down on love for their town. Rallying around the shared chuckle their Flippin name provides, they embrace their unique place on the map, honoring a history intertwined not with flips and cartwheels, but with the resilience and camaraderie of a community standing Flippin strong against the torrents of internet jest. Number 1. Goobertown, Arkansas. Tucked away in the northeast corner of Arkansas is a place where the name alone elicits a chuckle. Goobertown, a moniker that could have leapt right out of a children's book, actually has roots as whimsical as it sounds. Originally a pit stop for travelers craving roasted peanuts, or goober peas as Civil War soldiers called them, this small community has embraced its nutty history with pride. The town's name has become more than a label. It's an emblem of identity, sparking a sense of camaraderie among its inhabitants. Here, being a goober isn't an insult, it's a badge of honor. The locals display an affection for the peculiar name that outsiders might not immediately understand. After all, being a resident of Goobertown does have a certain ring to it, doesn't it? It turns out that a playful name can significantly influence community spirit and solidarity. What could be divisive elsewhere fosters belonging here. After all, every resident is a goober in Goobertown. The town serves as a colorful reminder that sometimes not taking ourselves too seriously can be the secret sauce for a tight-knit community. In Goobertown, life is a bit lighter, laughter a touch louder, and every day is a celebration of what sets us apart. As we've trekked through the quirkiest town names in Arkansas, we've uncovered stories of legends, architectural time capsules, and towns divided over fruits and folklore. From Fuk, where the Bigfoot-esque monster keeps locals and visitors on their toes, to Blueeye, the town straddling two states with all its quirks intact, we've seen how names can deeply influence a place's identity and community spirit. Eureka Springs reminded us of the charm of living in a Victorian bubble, unlike any other, while Gasville got us chuckling over the odd societal assumptions linked to its name. Toadsuck displayed that a name could be a source of celebration rather than embarrassment, fostering town pride each year at their signature festival. And Smackover captured the essence of its rich oil history, showing how a town could be synonymous with its local industry. In Possum Grape, we saw a community divided yet united by the debate over a fruit. And in Monkey Run, we delved into the lore of missing monkeys and ghostly tales. Flippin challenged us to find pride amidst the memes and jokes that come with such a catchy name. And finally, Goobertown stood as a testament to the fun and solidarity a unique name can stir in its residents. While these towns may sometimes be the subject of laughter or bewildering glances, the one thread that connects them all is the undeniable charm and character embedded in their names. These are not just spots on the map. They are living, breathing communities with stories that resonate and continue to shape their distinctive identities. So, whether you believe in the Fuk monster or find yourself rallying for Team Possum or Grape, these quirky towns remind us to appreciate the peculiarities that make each place special. And don't forget, if you've enjoyed this journey through Arkansas's most unusually named towns, subscribe to Globe Trekking for more explorations into the intriguing nooks and crannies of our world. Up next, join us as we shift gears and head to the bustling metropolises where the names are familiar, but the tales are just as compelling. Click on our next video, The Most Vibrant Cities in America, and continue the adventure with globe trekking.